Somebody asked me, how can I deal with my obstinate child? How can I relate with them? They're driving me crazy. My number one response was, love that child. Love that child, because when children are stubborn, we tend to treat them differently from their siblings if they've got one. The first thing you do is to change the narrative, is to love that child. Because when children are stubborn, they feel less loved. Most of the young adults and teenagers that I've spoken with, that's just their main problem. Their parents don't love them they just don't love them. And for that, they will do everything that will aggravate their parents. When you know this, change your narrative as well. You see that child perspective of you will change as well. Number one is love that child. Make sure, not just loving the child, but make sure you let the child know that you love them. Let them know that if there are things that you remind them of, intimate things that you remind them of, or milestones, things that you remind them of, remind them in order to portray that you love them. Tell them that because you love them, you did this for them, you did that for them. Let them know it worked so well. I tried it and it worked so well for me. Love that child. That is number one. Make sure you let them know that you love them. And when you do that, you see that child will stop aggravating you as a parent. Number two is be calm when you talk to that child. Make sure that you are calm whenever you're speaking to that child. And if you're giving instructions, make sure you analyze it. Don't just say, no, I don't want to see you with that group again. I don't want to see you with that friend again. No, this has to stop in this house. No, I'm the boss in this house. It has to stop. If you want to make friends, you have to move. No, that child will dare you and see what you will do. The child will dare you. But analyze situations for them. Let them know the reason why they have to do this, the reason why they don't have to do it, the consequences. Let them know the implications. When you let them know, they will then choose to go the right way. But when you make them feel that you are the boss, for that you can't, what I say holds. No, they will dare you and they will see what you can do. These 2 points, I will stop here. 1, love this child. 2, be calm in your conversation with them. And I will talk about it more in my next video. I'm going to be giving 2 points as well. The first one will be using positive reinforcement. As parents, most times when a child is not doing as they're supposed to do, or they fall below our expectations, or they are not, they're obstinate, not stubborn and all that, we tend to focus on their negatives, not seeing anything positive in them. It's good that we acknowledge their strengths as well. We discuss their strengths, encourage them in that good behavior, in that little thing, that little effort, encourage them. Because the thing is that they see how you treat their siblings. They are watching you. And when a child notices that you treat them differently from their siblings, that can impact in their well-being as well. That can impact on them. And if that happens, there'll be a reaction. That reaction may be doing things that falls below expectation. There are things that we do as parents as well that impacts on that child and make them to react certain way that they react. As a parent, you also check yourself. Is there anything I'm doing that is making this child to react the way they are reacting? There is always an underlying factor for every behavior. As a parent, the first thing is try to find out what the underlying factor is, and then deal with the underlying factor. And as I'm saying about the positive reinforcement, acknowledge the strengths in them and encourage them. And also don't say things like there is nothing, there's nothing good in you, or no matter how bad the child is. Because I've heard teenagers speak to me and they say there is nothing good in them. And when you ask them where this is coming from, they say it's from their parents. They are never doing anything good. You don't want your child to grow up with that mindset. And that could also affect their adulthood. That could affect their self-esteem. That could affect their confidence, their career, their relationships. You wouldn't want that for your child. Please don't tell them they are never good at anything. No matter how bad a child is, there must be something good in them. And magnify that thing, encourage them, praise them for that thing. And you see them, they will do more, and then they will want to become that child that you want them to be. Acknowledge their feelings. don't dismiss them. If a child comes to share anything with you, please don't judge them and don't dismiss their feelings. Empathize with them. Let them know that you feel their pain. It may be rubbish to you, but to them, that is how they feel. For that reason, you have to empathize with them. And then you can then ask them, what do you think I can do to help? Let them take the lead in their own conversation and help them. All you are there is to support them. What do you think? How do you think I can help you come out of this? How do you think I can help you with this situation? What do you think that I can do to help? Let them give you options. Then you can both work out strategies that you can support them with. Don't tell them, because you have put yourself in this is what you do, this is what you do. They will not even listen to you, and next time they will not share anything with you. Please empathize with them and make sure that you let them take the lead in their own conversation and tell you how you can help them and support them. And if what they say, the strategies are not working, by all means, come back and re-strategize. And please don't share their story with your friends. Don't share their story except you get their consent, because most times we parents will want to share their stories, maybe except you are sharing with a professional for advice. But if not, mind how you share it, because I've had a child come to me and said my mom shared something with our neighbor, and the neighbor was sharing with her husband, and the kids overheard it. And then they told the child. The child felt so bad, and the child was really, really getting at her mom. And by the time I went in there for intervention, they were really at loggerheads. And I had to sit the girl down to find out why her behavior was like that. What happened to her for her to change drastically. And it was in the course of all this that she explained everything to me. What the behavior she was displaying was a reaction of what she heard. And I had to sit her mom down, and I spoke with her mom, and eventually her mom got to apologize, because parents who don't like apologizing. And I insisted that the mom must apologize to her. And then the mom apologized to her, and she also apologized to her mom. Today they are living very well. Please, let's not share their stories if we don't get their consent on it. I'm still on that question that says, how can I handle my obstinate child? Avoid siblings comparison. And kids, when I mean kids, I mean teenagers as well. They don't like it. They don't like you comparing them with one another. Even though they are of the same parents, they have different mindsets, they have different destinies, they have different ideologies. When you compare the one that falls short to your expectation to the one that is doing well, you find out that they don't like it. You are breeding animosity, you're breeding hatred. Let's avoid doing that as parents. Then the other one is, try as much as you can to give boundaries that are flexible, boundaries that are not rigid, boundaries that are attainable, that are achievable. Sometimes we parents, we don't review our boundaries, and we don't realize that these children, they have outgrown those boundaries. For example, if you're given a boundary that you're not supposed to sleep out, and this child is coming to ask, can I visit my friend? There's nothing wrong. Give a time frame. You can be flexible. Do you understand? So, but most times, because of your behavior, you're not going to go. And those boundaries, you can dare that child. And that's why we say some kids are stubborn, they are this, because you are not being considerate as well as a parent. Not all parents, but there are parents that are not considerate. I tell you, somebody told me this story, what happened to them. And that when they were 18, there was a boundary the parents kept at home that nobody is allowed to visit them, and they are not allowed to visit anyone. And when this person turned 18, this boundary was not reviewed. And then this person got into university. The parent now added to it that you have to go to uni from home so that we can save money. And at the time, it was impacting on their mental health, because there was no friend. They can't visit, friends can't visit them, and they had to go to uni from home. It was really too much for them. They moved out of the house. It was a big conflict in the home. And then what happened? They didn't speak with their parents for a very long time. And you don't want that kind of a thing for your child. If you are giving boundary, check that boundary is something that is age appropriate. It's so important. And you can also invite the friends of your child home to know them. Is your child the one influencing them, or they are the one influencing your child? You can interact with them and know the kind of friends they are going out with. I did that, and it worked well, because if your child is the one that when they go out, they don't communicate, you don't know where they are. When you invite their friends, you can ask your child if you can collect their contact number, so that when You cannot reach your child. You can contact them. Your child may give you, but you will not want you to contact their friends. It's so drained that your child may become more accountable, more responsible. So these are just things we could try when we feel that a child is obstinate. Above all, I don't know whether you're a Christian or you're a Muslim. I'm a Christian and I believe in prayer. We have to return that child. We have to commit that child into the hands of God, because at the end of the day, we are caretakers. It's God that created them. We'll commit them into the hands of God and we'll see what God will do in their lives. Some parents have told me, I've prayed and prayed. Yes, keep praying. Sometimes we get the results instanter, and sometimes we have to be patient. It's like a seed. You pour water and pour water. Keep praying. You now believe in that scripture that says, when you train up a child in the way of the Lord, that when he grows, he will not depart from it. That child may be obstinate now. That child is only going through a process. That is not their destination. That child is a phase for that child. At the right time, when you don't relent praying, you see that child turn around to be that best child that you want that child to be. Please don't relent in praying. Commit them into the hands of God and you see that child turn around. Until I come your way again, remain blessed.